today's video, I'm going to share with you how to fix your forearms, your elbows, and your wrists, especially after too much time on the computer and the devices. So for this video, I'm using a pair of Therapy Ball Plus. These are from Tune Up Fitness. What I love about them is that they have this tote bag that makes it really easy to keep the therapy balls together. If you don't have something like this, you can tape together some tennis balls or put them in a sock, but this is going to give you the best bang for your buck. Now, the great thing about this mobilization as well is that you can do it on a tabletop, which means, you're waiting for something to load, you're waiting for the phone call to end, whatever it might be, and then you can do this. So what I want you to do is just lay your forearm down into the therapy balls, and you can take your other arm on top and load them up with as much pressure as you can tolerate. And then from here, you just kind of lean back and forth. It's really as simple as it is. So what this is gonna do, and also why the computer gives you such agony in your forearms, is because think of it, we're here at the computer and we just do a bunch of repetitive motion for hours and hours and hours and hours a day. And so these muscles that move your hands and move your fingers are actually up here in the forearm, which is why we roll up here rather than in your hands. Now you can absolutely roll your hands, but rolling your forearms is going to be so much better. So once you find a spot that feels super good, see if you can, again, keep this arm on top and try to roll this bottom arm back and forth to almost like pin the meat around your forearm as you move. So we're freeing up the tension, we're freeing up the fascia, we're freeing up any trigger points or knots that are in here from multiple different angles, right? We get the pressure of the therapy balls, you get the pressure of your arm on top, and then this shear or this like diagonal stretch that you are able to create. So you can do this at a number of different spots along the top of your forearm. And for those of you hopping on, let me know if you have any questions about your forearms, any questions about computer help, anything that I can help you with today on Fix It Friday. So we did the back of the forearm. And of course, you could spend way more time here. This is just kind of like the quick thing in between phone calls before I hop to that next one. And actually, it already feels so much better than when I started. All right, we're gonna do the bottom of the arm. All right, so you put it like a karate chop in here. And again, stacking the other arm on top will just give you better leverage as you do this. Now on this one, and this will depend on the type of service because this one's a little bit slippery, but see if you can do like a wag type action here. As you go, so you wag and drag. The wag and drag, I guess that's what we're calling this today. It's also, I think, kind of ironic for those of you who are watching this on your phones and not participating. You should just put your phone down for a second and give it a try, because I promise you, your hands and wrists and elbows and shoulders, oh my gosh, are going to feel so much better. So if you're doing it with me, let me know. Halfway point, even just wiggling your fingers is going to feel a lot better. I think one of my arms looks like it's longer than the other, but I think that's just in my head. So let's do the same thing on the second side. Again, you take your therapy balls in their tote or in a sock or in whatever they are. We're going to go on the back side of your forearm first. You put it right into the therapy balls. You stack the other arm on top, and you're basically dragging your arm with as much pressure as you can tolerate up and down the back of your forearm, kind of hunting out where any of those knots are. Oh man, I found one. Now, why do we have tension in our forearms? Oh, I don't know. Carrying babies, right, Suze? Carrying computers, carrying dog leashes, carrying phones, all kinds of reasons. In addition to computer work that we can have trigger points here. Now, I'm left-handed, and I do a lot of writing. I journal. I have a physical planner. This is awful. So I hope yours is a little bit better. And not quite so terrible, but here is another thing. If this sucks, yeah, you should probably do it a little bit more often. She's hanging there right now. Hey Sloan, how's it going? So yeah, when you find something that hurts, do it a little bit more. See if that can make some change. If it doesn't make change, then go back and figure out what else can help. Here, Richard also, he says, ow, ow, ow. I know, but it's going to be so much better later. It's going to be so much better later. All right, let's do the karate chop point right? So thumbs up, we're sort of on this underside of the forearm. And actually, you can kind of see, you get, is with the tote, leaves a nice little, you know, like lizard print here that always lasts for a little bit for me. All right, so now thumbs up, pinkies down. Oh, you know what? No, go back. I almost forgot. Top arm slices across in the most kindest and gentlest way. And then the hand that's in the vice grip of the therapy balls rotates the other way. And then you're just looking for different knots, you're looking for different points. And again, we're creating this stretch in multiple different directions. So that's one of the things about fascia is it thrives on movement and not just traditional movement of just like, oh, let me stretch this way and let me stretch that way, but let me actually get in there and create this friction and motion so that there's better hydration, so things aren't quite so crispy, things aren't quite so sticky on the inside, and then also your range of motion is so much better, and the muscles can then actually do what they were designed to do, right? They can contract, relax, do all those things. All right, now to the karate chop point, this side of the forearm, right, down you go. And we did the wag here. So again, if you have a less slippery surface, that's gonna be a little bit better because your therapy balls won't wanna go along on the wag. But see if you can do this on a number of points. And you're just kind of looking, where do I feel the most uncomfortable and can I tolerate that? Or do I need to go slightly above it or below it? Know that there are lots of nerves coming through here, so if at any time your hand goes numb or gets really cold or really hot or starts to fall asleep, then you just back off what you're doing. It's as simple as that, because we're always rolling over nerves, which is why it's so important to have a tool that is soft and squishy and has some give to it, rather than a hard tool that can potentially pinch or bruise, especially, you know, there's bones here, of course, that we're rolling over and doing all those things. All right. Take a break. You only got 2 arms. Thank goodness we're not like millipedes or centipedes or something like that. Even just bending and straightening elbows, we didn't do anything for biceps, but my biceps feel so much better than when we first started. So let me know how your forearms and wrists are feeling. And I promise you, if you start to incorporate exercises like this into your daily routine, especially at the end of your workday or the end of your work week, right? It's Friday. Your forearms, your wrists, your elbows, your shoulders are all going to feel so much better. What do you want to see more of? Comment below and let me know. Also, make sure you give this video a thumbs up so that more people can find it, and definitely make sure that you hit that subscribe button so that you'll get notified every time I put out a new video.